Hey you guys, sorry it's been such a long time since I've done a video. I was away for a little over 2 weeks to go to my brother's wedding and to visit family, and that was very nice, and I had a great time. And then I got back, and I caught the flu, and so I've been sort of out of commission for the past few days. It's not been pretty, but I'm feeling a bit better now. Still a little congested, so I don't know how the audio is gonna turn out in this video, but we'll see how it goes. I'm itching to put out content and have a bit of fun with you guys, so for sure I'll be trying to get more videos out in the coming days. Of course, in the US, November, December is the holiday time, and I have another wedding to go to. Everybody's getting married this year, there's been a lot of interruptions to trying to keep a regular video schedule, but I'm trying. We'll try and get lots of stuff out and keep the content rolling. So that said, I think in this video I'm mostly just gonna cover picking a Sub-Eudaemon. In this case, I'm going to awaken 2 of them, I can't do that in this video, but I'll talk about which 2 I'm going to summon and why, and then also upgrade Tyre into Thor. So we have some nice character upgrades to work on, and that's nice. Maybe do like a light overview of my tune, but I think I'll leave a major sort of like all-encompassing overview of the tune for Class Wars week, so get back into that sort of schedule. We have Chaos War finals coming up. I wasn't able to do prelims, but maybe I can record that because I haven't really I haven't done any videos in recent history, but I've been pretty light on the PvP, so yeah, we'll try and do all of that, and yeah, so we can start with the Sub-Eudaemons. I was thinking for sure do Battle Oracle first, but I think I'm actually going to lead with summoning the Sacred Knight. Sacred Knight I think is going to be really helpful in my case for PvP as a Sub-Eudaemon. So I think Battle Oracle is more versatile, and I think if you only want to pick one Udemon as your Sub-Eudaemon, I would probably pick the Battle Oracle, or possibly a Wind Ranger. I'm sort of iffy about, how effective those Wind Ranger bleeds are, but Wind Ranger isn't a bad choice, but here I think the 2 Sub-Eudaemons that I'm going to work on in the future and summon now are going to be the Sacred Knight and going to be the Battle Oracle. So I think those are good choices. Battle Oracle is great for both PvE and PvP, and I think Sacred Knight is excellent in PvP, so I want to be able to sort of flip between the 2. And another reason why I think they're very good in my case is just because of how good my passives are for both of them. So again, PvP skills are these heals for Battle Oracle, and then PvE you would just wipe away all these heals and just leave Damnation. So that'd be great for a World Boss. Lasts for 3 turns and ups the damage that your target receives by quite a bit. I have a level 5 Damnation, so it's going to be 35%, but as soon as I can, I'm going to try and get this to level 6, and then it's going to be a 40% damage increase, so it's basically the same damage increase that Wind Ranger's Cursed Arrow gives, except it lasts an extra turn, so it is superior to Wind Ranger once it gets to level 6, but the main reason is just because my passives are so good on the Battle Oracle and on Sacred Knight. So, I have plenty of books to work with. I could get these to relatively high levels on some of the other classes, but I really do like the Sacred Knight and the Battle Oracle. And even though they're like supposedly sort of like the basic kids, I think they're some of the best as far as skills go. And so Awakening Master and Fury Master and those Chaos and Amnesia resistances are going to be very helpful. They do stack, and so my initial rage is going to be quite high with Fury Master. So this one increases player max rage by 50, and I think I have level 4 or 5 on. Okay, so so I have level 5 on the Sacred Knight. So I think there's a maximum that this can go to, but it's going to be 200 or more as my initial rage, because these 2 will stack up once my Sacred Knight is a Sub-Eudaemon. So that's very nice, and I think at this point the Chaos Resistance is sort of a joke, but when it's just one UDemon, you definitely can still get chaosed in that case. But I think as I'm seeing some of them get really stacked up, the chaos resistances are much, much better. So I think that's going to be a big bonus for having Sub-Eudemons with good passives. So I'm looking forward to that, and we can go ahead, go into the UDemon guide. I think I need to fix things up. Right now, I have things set up so that I can awaken my Battle Oracle, but because we have Chaos War coming up, I sort of want my Battle Oracle as my main UDemon, because that's the only one that I'm going to be able to take into battle in Chaos War. And so I'm going to go ahead and awaken the Sacred Knight first, and then probably tomorrow I will have enough UDemon Soulstones to also awaken the Battle Oracle. So if we go to Awaken here, I haven't met the requirements. I need a level 40 Demonic Angel, and let's see here, and a level 3 Troop Specialty. So that seems very easy to do. So Demonic Angels are actually the main troops that I had built up before. So we can go ahead and, yeah, so Demonic Angels, we can go here. All I need to do is, I think what I have right now is I have my Lancer and my Hunter set up, so I have a nice specialty here, or Enlightenment is at level 10, and I think in the Lancer it's level 9. So in order to get those high level awakenings, 4 or 5 stars, it's going to require some pretty high level Enlightenment. For some of the fancier UDemons, like the Blood Demon or whatever it might be, you actually need 3 sets of level or high level enlightenments, but at least for the UDemons that I'm interested, I think I only need 2. But anyway, so let's go ahead and move one of these transformations. So if I go over here, I need my Demonic Angel to have at least a level 9 troop specialty. So I'm going to use 2 million Daru and convert this. And so now my Lancer is at level 1 again. My Demonic Angel's at level 9, so that should be plenty. And then I can go back over here into the guide, and I think we should be good now. Yes, so this is lit in green, and so we're good to go. I have my Demonic Angels are at level 80, so that's totally fine. And so we're gonna go from 0 stars to 1 star. That means that my Sub-Eudaemon, when I assign the Sacred Knight here, is going to take 45% of the attributes of whichever Eudaemon I put here. And as you go up in stars, the attribute percentage increases by, I think, 10% each time. So yeah, so next time it's going to be 55%, but I don't have enough stones for that. And also, before I go to 2 stars on either the Battle Oracle or the Sacred Knight, I'm definitely first going to awaken the other one. So I'm going to go after Battle Oracle, and that only costs 5 stones again. And then after that, I think I'll probably work on the Sacred Knight, and that's going to require a lot more stones. So yeah, so then we can assign that, nice and easy. I only have 1 Sacred Knight and only 1 class that I can awaken here, and then I can go ahead and assign something like that. So it doesn't affect my BR. I was at 15.8 million BR before, and it remains the same. So if I want to increase this, I need a level 50 Demonic Angel troop, which is easy. I already have that, and I actually already have the level 5 troop specialty. That's all set up well. All I need in that case is more stones. For the Battle Oracle, the requirement is a level 40 Lancer and a level 40 Hunter, and a level 3 Troop Specialty. That level 3 Troop Specialty has to be on both of those classes, so I need 2 sets of Enlightenment that are, more than 1. So that's not too hard. I set up my troops for that. Should be no problem. But yeah, so those are the 2 Eudemons that I'm interested in as Sub-Eudemons, but this is nice. Alright, so I have to voice over this section of the video because I sort of botched it while I was recording. So I was definitely mistaken about how these passives stack up. They don't stack with the Sub-Eudemons and the regular Eudemons. So only your main Eudemon, Fury Master, is going to affect your initial rage. I think that must include the other passives like Awakening Master and the resistances to Amnesia and Chaos. So you gotta be careful there. You definitely want your your best UDemon, or at least your UDemon that's most useful for PvP and with your best passives as your main UDemon. And then think about a secondary UDemon as like you know, which skills do you want them to have? So sort of as a bonus, if they're strong enough to get a skill out, which skills do you want them to use? So in my case, I think that the Sacred Knight is actually a pretty good choice, because you got the Rage Steel, and you have a shield with Apollo Shield that's going to be very nice in PvP. So I think that's still a really good bet for PvP. And so even though I don't get the bonuses from the extra bonuses from the passives that the Sacred Knight has, I still get the passives from my main UDemon, of course. So my maximum initial rage in this fight is 150. So the initial maximum rage is 100. So even though I get 110 initial rage from my clothing, actually, if I don't have any UDemons, that still caps out at 100. So I just start out with 100 out of 100 rage, and until I put a UDemon on that has a general passive that gives a bonus to my maximum rage, I don't get any bonuses, or I don't get to use all of that initial rage. So anyway, I sort of botched that in the video, so I apologize for that. But yeah, so you only get the passives from your main UDemon, and so when you're picking the Sub-Eudaemon, you definitely want to think about which skills do you want them to cast, because they really don't do much else. So that's about it for the UDemon, and then of course we can refine Tyre into Thor, which I'm looking forward to. And so here's Tyre. I'm almost done with this. So I have some extra enchanting space. We have an event going on with Sylph Enchantment. So I want to go ahead. I think I'm gonna do. So spend Bound Balins. Why are you gonna make me spend Bound Balins? I think that's just what it does. So I'm gonna do, yeah, okay, use Sepulchrum. We're in the clear there. And then I'm actually gonna leave this alone. The reason for that is that there's also an Advanced Sepulchrum event, so separately able to use Advanced Sepulchrum, and I have a lot of Advanced Sepulchrum. So I think that once I turn this into Thor, I can only use Advanced Sepulchrum. And I'm also sort of curious, I mean, I might end up having to fill out the Sepulchrum anyway, but I think that I can actually refine Tyre into Thor without having him max enchanted. So previously, I think you needed to have a completely enchanted Sylph before you use these materials and refine him into the next, you know, the sophisticated version. But here, I think I'm just gonna try and go for it. So we have 5 million gold cost, 5,000 moon dust, 5,000 moon rock, and the emblems of fire and electro. So we got all the materials good to go, and we can turn Tyre into Thor. Let's go ahead and wait. Let me see if I can get. I might have to take the gear off, is what I'm concerned about. So let's just go for base BR. I don't think I have them set up anywhere else. So 190k battle rating, and then we're going to go ahead and refine. So refine. Okay, so it's giving me a warning that once I do this, I can only use advanced Sylph stuff. So anything for enchanting, I'm gonna have to use advanced versions of it. But that's a-okay with me, and I did most of the enchanting with regular Sepulchrum. Alright, so you don't need a fully enchanted Tyre in order to get to Thor, and there we are. It looks sort of ridiculous. He's like Thor, but on an octopus cloud, a fiery octopus cloud. Let's see here. Oh, they changed the wording to pin. I guess that's not super surprising. So we can go ahead and do something like this, sort of set things back into priority. And so yeah, so now we have Thor, that's great, and we can put the gear back on him. But this time around, okay, so once I refined them, it went to 200k or so it gained about 10k BR, and then with the gear, you know, just a little bit of improvement there. actually quite a bit from the gear. The gear makes a huge difference on Sylph VR. I forgot how big it is. I think skills and stuff, you know, are gonna remain the same. I have thought about, you know, adjusting these a little bit passive wise, but I think the active skills, I do like how it is right now. Even though the skills have changed a lot, I don't have a lot of problems with how I have it right now. And I can go ahead and enchant. So yeah, so we've changed over to Advanced Sepulchrum, and I can go ahead and use 3,000 of those. Really freaks me out how they do that message. They should really just be like, uses Sepulchrum or Advanced Sepulchrum first, which is what they usually have in the messages, but not in this case. So let's see here. So from the event, you know, these are from the regular Sepulchrum. These event materials, I'm not super interested in them, so I haven't really gone after the event chest a lot. But there was some mount training and some sylph enchanting, so I actually ended up with quite a few just from that. And also an advanced sylph enchant, so I can get some materials from, you know, more advanced Sepulchrum back. The events definitely aren't as good as they used to be, but at least for these types of things, you know, we used to have the unlimited events, but that's okay. Still at least get some stuff back here. The one that's really bad is actually the Sylph upgrade event. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but it definitely, this is the worst out of the bunch, is that the Sylph upgrade only gives Mahra back, but they don't have a separate event for Sylph upgrades with advanced Mahra. So I think the advanced, so the Sylph upgrade that gives back advanced Mahra is only if you use Balin's, not if you use advanced Mahra. So yeah, so this event is definitely worse, but I'll go ahead and start upgrading Thor anyway. There's not much option there, so I have plenty of advanced Sepulchrum. I think I can get one more red sylph, so basically get Thor to red, and after that I won't have enough advanced Mahra in order to make another red sylph, should I, you know, want to make one. But at least for now, you know, from what I recall, it costs about 20,000 advanced Mahra to get there. So we got Thor up to 3 stars, so that's pretty nice, and he's up to 292 KBR, so actually that it surpasses Queen Bee, or my Goddess of Prosperity, by 2 KBR, even though she has this red set of gear on. So definitely getting into the point where Thor's higher BR than a non-merged Sylph, but before that, definitely as Tyre, you know, Queen, or I keep on calling her Queen Bee, my Goddess of Prosperity was still better than Tyre. So that's good to know, and then I can get the materials from the event. Alright, well, I'm starting to feel my voice go, so we can do a short overview, but I think I'm not going to last too much longer, so this flu is still sort of lagging on. But anyway, so the tune is up to 15.8 million BR, and that's pretty nice. I came back, actually it's a little bit better than it usually would be, because I bothered to do some dimensions in recent, I guess that one hasn't been worked on, but these two are sort of like half done, which is more, definitely less than what I used to do. You know, most of my PvP videos, you would see me with some really nice dimensions, but I just haven't had it in me in recent history to work on those much. I think with the way that they've done the talents, it makes it a little bit easier, and also, yeah, actually, really, it's just the talents. The fact that, you know, I can have semi-decent reduced res without doing too much work on the dimensions. It's still not great. It's still much better to have the dimensions in the mix, but at least, you know, it's tolerable. So yeah, I mean, the Battle of Protection hasn't really changed too much. But yeah, and then once I get this extra UDemon Soulstone, we'll definitely have a sub Battle Oracle available here, so I can switch between the two, and then I can put, so for PvE, I think this is what I'll do. Oops, okay, so for PvE, it'll be, the Wind Ranger here, and then the Battle Oracle here with, Damnation, and then for PvP, I think I can be like this, or switch the two and have my Knight be stronger, and then my Battle Oracle be the Sub-Eudaemon, and I think those are, that really covers most of the situations that I'll be in, or that I really care about worrying worrying about. So I think that's pretty solid. Otherwise, the tune, well, I think probably since my last overview, the smelt equipment has gotten much better. I'm up to level 16. I did end up upgrading the brooch and one of these rings, which is nice. I got a nice HP upgrade. Sorry I didn't show all of that. I meant to, but maybe I can show upgrading this ring since I'll finally be done with all of the knighthood equipment until they make upgrades available for the artifact and the halidom. I don't know if those are actually in the mix, but I mean, they're pieces of gear, and they haven't had a knighthood option yet, so I don't know if maybe we'll see another dungeon or something in order to get materials for that. And yeah, so I think, oh my god, clamps galore. Really just have not been able to catch up with stithies there. I do have a lot of extra pieces of equipment where I sometimes use them for the Holy Forge event with these materials, but I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend all that gold and use the stithies and the clamps in order to get more forges. So I'm close. I could actually go after the rest of these materials with Fang of Fear, but I thought maybe I'll just do the dungeon, my daily MP, in order to get these materials. But otherwise, nothing too crazy here. Pretty typical stuff that we've seen. I am starting to collect up these materials. The level 1 materials I'm not as concerned about, because pretty much all of the UDemons that require a level 1 material to summon, I could instead use UDemon mark shards to get them. But the level 2 materials are used to summon some of the UDemons that are harder to obtain or not or that you can't obtain from UDemon mark shards. So I think the level 2 materials are more important to get from patrol. And, oh, actually here, I have enough books of wisdom now that I can go ahead and upgrade my damnation on Battle Oracle to level 6. So I'm going to wait until there's a hot event for upgrading UDemon skills, but that's at least an option there. And then Blood of Zeus, you need a lot of these to get anywhere with the newer increased UDemon levels. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, whether I'll work on growth first. So here, UDemon guide, if we go down here, I need 6 more levels in order to get to level 10 growth. So basically, the easier levels would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I get all of these to level 10, I can get to level 10 growth. So I guess there must be 10 UDemons. But yeah, so that's something to think about. But no matter what, it's starting to cost a lot of Blood of Zeus to do any of that. So I just have to sort of think it through. And anything else in the bags? Yeah, I mean, typical stuff. You guys have seen. Oh, okay, I have a lot of gold. A lot of golden cows. I'm not really sure what to do with those. I do use some of my Fang of Fears to get expert coordinate chests. So I have a lot of options with the dimensions. And so that's good. I think that was a good improvement from the most recent big patch. But otherwise, I think that's about it. I promise I'll do a more thorough tune overview next time around, but at least for now, that's where the tune's at, and I'm looking forward to doing some more videos, especially as I start feeling a little bit better. But thanks for watching, you guys. Take care, and have a very good day.